How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about your leading 2020 Democratic presidential hopeful, Joe Biden, not really wanting your vote, or at least not wanting to gain your vote if he does not currently have it, or not really trying to convince you to vote for him if you're kind of on the fence. Now, this is a really strange thing for a candidate running for a high office to do. I mean, the whole point of you running is to try and get as many votes as possible. You don't want to leave any stone, or in this case, vote unturned. You want to be able to get everybody on your side. That's the whole objective of being a politician in general. So him saying, I don't really want it, vote for the other guy, this, that, and the third is pretty strange. But we are talking about Joe Biden. He's done plenty of strange things in his career, but that's a different story, and I digress. Before I go any further, let's check a montage of him saying, I don't really want your vote, so you know it's not me making it up or taking things out of context. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what he said. I give you my 2 cents, my analysis, and then I wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm running for President of the United States. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other person.
Over those 8 years, there were 3 million people that were deported and separated from their families. Yeah. We had this classification of families. I'm not going to do that.
What are we going to do about climate change? Now, you say you're against pipelines, but then you want to replace these gas lines. That's not going to work. We got to stop building and replacing pipelines. You got to go vote for somebody else.
Well, I tell you what, if you look at my record and you still doubt about my commitment, then you should vote for somebody else. I'd love to make sure we can't use any oil or gas, period, now. Is it possible?
Yes.
Well, you ought to vote for somebody else. I'm not voting for you.
Well, I knew you weren't, man. You think I thought you'd stand up and vote for me? You're too old to go for me.
Okay, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, Joe Biden, what are we really doing? I understand you're getting up there in age. You're what, 77, 78, however old you are. You're not a spring chicken anymore. Mentally, you're not all the way there. You're kind of slipping, and you have been for a very long time, many years actually, but it's really obvious right now. I understand that point, but you're on the campaign trail, sir. You need to be trying to get all the votes that you can. Why would you tell people, don't vote for me? I understand this whole thing about touching people. You're not really up to date about what's happening. You know, with the whole Me Too movement, you can't just put your hands on people, touching dudes on their chest and rubbing their shoulders and sniffing their hair. Okay, honestly, you know, you can't do that and you're kind of confused about it. I get it. But you've been running for president for what, like 25, 30 years? Ever since what, like 1990? 1988. So you're talking about over 30 years you're trying to become the president. You were the vice president for 8 years. You saw Barack Obama run. You were on plenty of campaign stops with him. You know what it's like to try and become the president. You know what it's like to win the presidency through proxy, or, you know, vicariously living through your president as you were the vice president under Barack Obama. So you know what you got to do. The whole point is to try and gain everybody. You cannot win by telling some people, I don't want your vote, vote for the other guy. And even if you don't want their vote and you don't want to engage in the conversation or try to convince them of a thing that you want them to do, don't say vote for the other guy. Okay, if I'm out on the campaign trail, I'm campaigning for Anthony Brian Logan. I'm not campaigning for Andrew Yang or Joe Biden or anybody else. I'm campaigning for myself, not you. I'm not going to give you a free plug. You might as well go out there and endorse Andrew Yang or somebody else as you're running right now for the president if you say to somebody, vote for the other guy. Now, maybe an elephant in the room, maybe not, but a thing that I kind of caught a dog whistle visually was the fact that the little montage you saw was produced by Vice News. Now, of course, Vice is on the left, and you may ask, why would Vice do that? Well, I think they're pretty much in the bag for Bernie Sanders, which could be Joe Biden's direct competition, or however way you want to look at it, Bernie Sanders' direct competition. Pocahontas is not really in the running, in my humble opinion. She could be, but I think it's really between Bernie and Joe. Warren could come in there, but it probably is going to be Joe, and it could be Bernie. So they're in the tank for Bernie, the same as the Young Turks, many other organizations that aren't necessarily mainstream media. If you're on television and network TV, you're going to be in the bag for Joe Biden. and whoever the candidate is, if it's not Joe. If you are on alternative media and on the left, you're pretty much a Bernie bro. That is what I've been noticing over the past few months and years, quite frankly, because it was the same thing in 2016. But I digress. The whole point is that mainstream media are going to be in the bag for Joe Biden. The anti-mainstream media will not be. So this clip from Vice is just evidence of what I'm saying, although I could be wrong. Anyway, moving right along, what was shown in the clips are all facts. It's not cherry picked to make Biden look bad. This is why the whole thing about impeachment cracks me up, because the Democrats are trying to tell the American people that Donald Trump had to go tap Ukraine to make Joe Biden look bad. It doesn't make any sense. Like, Joe Biden makes Joe Biden look bad every day. Joe Biden tells other people vote for the other guy every day. So why would Donald Trump need to call Ukraine to make him look bad? Okay, the corruption is obvious and it was there. Joe Biden got on TV and said that he told the Ukrainians, hey, fire this guy that's investigating my son right now at Burisma Holdings, or you would not get the aid money. He said that on TV, minus the part about them investigating the company his son works for, although the person he said to fire was investigating his son's company. Okay, it's really clear what's happening with Joe Biden, what he's done in his past. You know, aside from the hair sniffing, aside from just the overall creepy behavior, aside from not getting much done, aside from the racial stuff back in the day, you know, why must my child go to school with a colored child, is that and the third. Aside from all of that, just look at what he's doing right now, okay? The guy's halfway lost. He'll know if he's coming or going, what's up and what's down. It's obvious that his age taking a toll on him, and that's not nothing against him as a human being, because at a certain point that can happen. As you age, you may start to lose some of your faculties. That's just life, okay? Although I'm not going to blame him for being old, I am going to blame him for trying to run like it ain't nothing going on. It's clear that he's starting to diminish. Simple. He's too old to become the president and does not really know where he is. And I think that he might be at least subconsciously cognizant of that fact, which is why he tells people that are trying to come to him and talk, hey, don't vote for me, vote for the other guy. That might be some good advice from him, whether he knows it or not. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Joe Biden is telling the truth from his subconscious? Don't vote for me, vote for the other guy, and implying that the other guy will be better? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or do you think there's something else going on here? Is he just trying to end the conversation? Why do you think that Joe Biden is telling people vote for the other person? Like I said, I understand you may not want to engage with him. You may want to move on. You may not feel like being bothered. I get that part of it, but why, oh, why, oh, why? If you are on a campaign trail, would you tell somebody that is talking to you, a potential voter, to vote for the other person? I've been in marketing, I've been in sales. I know you got to close a deal. I would never say, hey, go to the other guy, unless it was like a situation where, you know, I couldn't help you for some reason. Like I just physically could not do it. Even then, I would still take it and give it to somebody else. I'm not going to just be like, nah, don't vote for me. Don't give me no business. I'm not really the guy for you. That's just not how it's going to be. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.